Hey guys, welcome to North Carolina, and we've come here to visit Detroit Speed and Engineering and drive some of their muscle cars that handle. And so this is Ryan Matthews, and thank you for joining me for this video, sir. And the 72 Corvette. This car is pretty. It looks good. Tell me about it. What's going on with this thing?
Well, basically, this is our DSE development vehicle for the C3 Corvette and C2 Corvette suspension product line, front and rear suspension systems. Basically, this car has our prototype front and rear suspension system on it right now.
Not on sale yet. New stuff.
Right, not on sale yet, still in development, but we've been running it since late April, so we've got a decent amount of time on it, but we've made a lot of changes and improvements since April.
So this car is built for autocross.
Yes.
And I'm told that it's in its first outing it won.
It did, yes.
So 315s in the front.
Correct.
And how big are the tires in the back? 335s, I think, in the back,
335s in the back.
BFGs on forged lines. And then what's under the hood?
It has a Mast LS3.
Okay, and how much power is that making?
590 at the crank.
That's serious. With side pipes.
Yep, 4-inch side pipes.
And then Hightower 4-speed non-synchro gearbox.
Yep.
And your steering system as well.
Yes.
And then the car's widened, 6 inches? The body?
Roughly. Yeah, maybe 6 inches total.
Yeah, and that's all metal. It's not right. Oh, it's fiberglass, isn't it? It's fiberglass.
Yep. We did the flares were done in house by our paint and body guys.
It looks really. So now listen to this. Wait. Oh, I can't even reach the key. Put the harness on. Come on. Oh yes. That it's gonna be loud. Okay, so we're gonna have to talk as loud as we possibly can. How's it going, boss? All right, let's go for a drive. This thing is so mean. Here we go. The top speed is only about 120, but it's all about the grip. It's ridiculously loud in here. The steering wheel is actually kind of off-center to the left, which makes it a little awkward to drive, but we can overlook that because like one of those end of the world cars.
Yeah.
It's like they will hear you from so far away. Good Lord, man. What's amazing is, you know, it doesn't mentally, I'm in an old car, but I can't actually think. I want to think of something to say, but I just can't. Hey, that was a smooth one.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to be smooth at first with this gearbox, but I'm getting used to it.
And with the dog ring box, the harder and faster you shift it, the better.
Yeah, it doesn't like cruising.
No.
And I mean, even I'm cruising around in 4th gear at 4,000 RPM right now. The turn-in is just so direct. This is quick ratio steering as well, right?
Yeah, it's fairly quick. We're actually working on a new rack that'll be even quicker than this one.
Wow, the speedometer climbs at a ridiculous pace. Independent rear suspension, right?
Yes, it is. Yep. It's our prototype rear system.
And it's a 6-piston bare brakes in the front, 4 rear.
They're actually 4-piston Brembo brakes on this car.
Okay, but they're manual, so you gotta be firm on that pedal.
Yep.
It does tramline a little bit. It follows the contours of the road with a 315 tire in the front. That's just gonna happen. worried if it was me.
Yeah.
But the interior is really nice and clean, and the gauges are very clear. But it's really just, it's that, right? The throttle response is just bang on. It's right there.
Yeah, we tried to keep this car really simple and it's just like I tell people, it's just pure car. There's really nothing extra that doesn't need to be here.
Well, and I would expect it to be creakier and rattlier than this. It's actually not too bad in here.
No. No, we worked hard to get the T-tops dialed in so that they seal well and don't rattle or make any noises.
Yeah, you can drive this with the roof off too, right? I bet that's great.
You can if you want, yeah.
I would do that. I love it. The funny thing is with the close ratio, you don't have to downshift ever. You get to fourth and it just kind of stays there.
Yeah, I mean the motor's got so much torque with that 411 rear gear.
Yeah.
The car being pretty light, it pulls pretty good from up.
This thing is so nasty. This is a winner. What do you think it would cost if a customer said, "I want a copy of that"? 200 grand?
Yeah, man, I don't really know. My estimate would probably be kind of far up, but I would think it would be somewhere around the 200 grand mark. By the time you get all these parts and labor added up.
The view out of the hood of this is so great. That's one of the all-time great windshield views with these pointed fenders.
And you got the L88 hood.
Yeah. And that's actually a functional heat extractor, as well as the front intake is actually the intake, which is cool. Man, when you lift and it's just that, just the air, it's just moving so much air. I have to turn the wheel like 3 degrees. There's no steering input required to get this thing to go.
Yeah, it's a pretty responsive car all around.
It's got to just be a beast at the autocross.
It is.
Just a beast.
It definitely is. It definitely gets after it.
Ironically, if you had a 5 or a 6-speed in here, it would be a pretty good cruiser too.
Yeah, if a guy's gonna take trips in it and drive on the highway, that would be what you want. But then you do add weight, and you got to do some tunnel modifications.
Oh, really? Is this a 4-speed because that's what fits?
Well, we were trying to save weight, and it also saved.
Oh yeah, it's lighter too.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this under 3,000 pounds, right? 2,900.
It's like 31-ish. All said and done.
It's incredible. Old cars usually you have to put in a lot of steering.
Yeah.
But this, it's like none. I mean, here's a pretty sharp corner. What's that? 10 degrees of steering?
Yeah.
Am I going left here?
Yeah.
Is this the left?
Yep. Take a look.
Wow.
Yeah.
This thing is nuts. Oh, there we go. I love that when you engage that gearbox.
Yeah, you definitely know whether it's in gear or not.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
The clutch doesn't have a whole lot of throw length, and it's pretty heavy, so it's tricky to get that engaged. You kind of just hammer it and drop it, really.
Yeah, it doesn't really like a lot of slippage. It's kind of either you're going or you're not.
Oh, this car is so good. What a winner this thing is.
Yeah, it's definitely one of our favorites.
Definitely one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite cars I've gotten to drive this year. And right here on the plate says horsepower a lot, torque a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, even right here, just as at a 45-mile-an-hour cruise, pretty civilized. I mean, obviously geared short, obviously very loud, but as far as cars with straight cut gearboxes go, this is pretty civilized.
Yeah, I mean, except we do street drive it a lot, and there's no reason you can't. Like I said, it doesn't overheat. It has pretty decent drivability.
I assume you have electric fans and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it's got the new small brushless electric fan setup.
here? Left?
Left,
Left,
yep.
okay. My blinkers, can I reach them?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Blinkers are a switch on the dash.
Yep.
This is the right way? I'm
Yep.
lost.
Yep.
Okay.
You're just coming from the other direction.
Okay.
So Mackenzie's gonna be right here on,
Oh, okay, got it.
right by that red truck.
I love this car.
Thanks.
I mean, one day I gotta come back out. We gotta take it to a racetrack or something. This
Yeah.
is, what a mean sumbitch this car is. That's
Yeah.
how it's one word in the South. It's sumbitch.
Yeah.
And with the IRS in the back, even on power over those bumps back there, that wasn't bad. It actually kept that power down pretty good.
Yeah, no, it puts the power down real well. I mean, it probably has the best forward bite of any of our cars.
As far as IRS itself, is it like a modern IRS or is the traditional old school one just modified?
No, it's kind of it's our own design from scratch, and I'd say it's more modernized than it is old school. But it's definitely our own design. It doesn't use any other. It doesn't use like takeoff parts off.
Oh,
the
really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's our own stuff.
completely
Yeah.
from scratch.
Yes.
Well, the dynamics of this thing are frankly amazing. I
Thanks.
mean, to be honest, I don't have a basis of comparison. This is the only C3 Corvette I've ever driven. I've heard really terrible things.
Yeah, they
I've heard that from a lot of people that out of the box these things don't drive very well at all.
No, I mean none. I mean, like any car from
Yeah.
the '60s, early '70s, none of them are real spectacular out of the box.
Yeah, I would call this spectacular. This is
Thank
really
you.
good. I mean, it's definitely got an old school vibe about it, and you got to work for it a little bit. But what an amazing package! Thank you so much,
thank
Ryan.
you.
That was amazing. I mean,
Glad you enjoyed it.
I really did. Check out DetroitSpeed.com. These guys make parts for anything from the '60s, really,
Yeah.
and coming soon, C3 Corvettes. And I love the look of this thing. I'd rather have one of these than a Chevelle or something like that.
Yeah,
I'd
me too, for sure.
One day, and the C3s are cheap right now. Now's the
They
time
are.
to buy one.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching. Check out DetroitSpeed.com, and I'm gonna go right over there. I'm gonna drive the next thing. I'll see you guys later.